Hey, you guys. Got another bundles to make. Okay. I wonder. Okay, there we go. Hey. I don't know why I feel like, am I the only one that thinks when you get on live and nobody gets on that nobody can see that you're on? I guess you have to wait a second. But I need small. I hope you guys are doing well this morning. Facts, I figured. So, I don't know who all will be coming, so I'm going to just go ahead and get started. If you guys have any questions, feel free. It's not limited to only weight loss questions, but I know that the majority of the subscribers and those who watch me here on YouTube, that's what they come for. So, I got my little setup right here, you guys. Hi. My son is 3. But if you ask him, he'll say he's 4. And he thinks he's 30, for real. I think it was a live that me and my girl did a few days ago, and he hopped in it at some point, and he was like, "Mommy." I was like, "Yes." He was like, "You're so beautiful." It's the cutest thing. I have to find it and like screen record it. But I've never done orders and have been on live before or on FaceTime or any type of anything where my full attention is not on my orders. So we're having this. Okay, I'm just looking at text and stuff, you guys. I think that when it comes to going live on YouTube, it's a lot better for me to do it in the evening. This is a random time. Like most people who are at work are at work. I'm at work, so it would make sense. But I've been wanting to do this for a while because it takes so long. I get the majority of my orders over the weekend. So normally the first half of my week is fulfilling orders. And I just have a few. I'm lying. I said a few. I have a lot left. I got a good amount of them out on Monday and yesterday. And I just have my remaining. And I left the option to buy even when items were sold out. So they still have to be actually made before I can send them out. And let me know if you guys can hear me okay. You finally caught your live. Yes! I'm glad you caught it. I've kind of been doing some experimenting. I haven't been on here much, but I'm trying to get an idea of when is the best times for me to hop on live or for me to post videos, because I just got a new camera and I'm ready to get going. I actually recorded a video the other day and I was just watching back and I was like, oh my God, I've changed so much from when I used to, be consistent on this channel. So hopefully y'all still get down with the get down. Ah! Well, all right. That was my tripod. Good morning. My name is Isha. I am 372 pounds. What's the best way to eat and how to start exercise? All right, let me get set back up here. Good morning, good morning. Okay. Are we? Ooh. Okay. Don't fall down on me, please. Okay. So, we are starting out, you were starting out around the weight where I was originally. I started at 410. Um, and I let everyone know this, I guess, kind of as a disclaimer. When I started my weight loss journey for good, because you know how many of us who need to lose weight say that we're going to start a weight loss journey and then we don't, or we don't stay consistent, and you know we end up starting over again and again. That's why I call this channel Day 1 Million, because I tried, or I felt like I tried a million times before. So Day 1 Million, you know, it's the millionth time anyway. But what I was going to say, when I started my journey, it was not the same as it was all those other times. So I didn't have like a plan in my mind to do it. I didn't say I'm going to start my weight loss journey by doing this. It was almost forced, because I had got to the lowest point in my life where I knew if I don't do this, I don't know how much longer I'm going to live. I don't know how much longer I'm going to want to live. So to that severity, I was like, I have to make this change. So Alexa, clear my notifications. Sorry, guys.
Delete all your notifications, right?
Yes, she was about to start going off. I saw her little light like ding, 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 ding. But anyway, when I started my journey, like I said, it wasn't forced, but I knew that I had to make a change in my life. I don't know whether or not you are there at this point in your life, but since I have been there, and I obviously know what I did differently that helped me to succeed the last time, I would recommend that you do a detox. I tell everyone that first. Don't decide that you're going to stop eating everything that you've been used to eating your whole life. And okay, gotcha. Don't stop eating everything that you've been used to eating your whole life tomorrow. Some people do better with project planning or journey planning, but detoxing, and that can be little things like, you know, that hey, you're supposed to drink a lot of water. So if you're not a person who likes to drink water, which when I speak with a lot of people, they tell me that they don't, try to work that into your routine. If you drink 5 glasses of water a day, drink 6. I cut off. Okay, that's great. So are you kind of like on a keto type of ordeal now? Like, if I'm telling you like too many basics, let me know if you want me to be like more detailed. I will get into that a little bit. The very first detox that I did was pretty much like you, process of elimination from the things that I knew I shouldn't be eating. My face is kind of swollen right now, so if I come off kind of nasally, I'm getting like over a cold. So anyway, I started drinking a lot more water. I cut out everything, every single liquid that was not water. I may have snuck like unsweetened almond milk in there at times, like in protein shakes or something, but for the most part, I was drinking water and green tea all day, all day. And when I say green tea, I'm talking about just like tea bag, a cup, and a tea bag. No, nothing else. Maybe lemon, no honey, no sugar, nothing. And that really helps to detox your body. You're going to be in the bathroom if you ain't used to drinking green tea for a while. But anybody who has watched me, they know I'm an advocate for some green tea. Oh, that's my hair. I am on keto, but I'm at a standstill. I have lost 14 pounds in the first 2 weeks. That's what's up, sis. But I will say, one thing with keto that a lot of people, I won't say don't realize, but when you start keto, it's like, oh my God, this is the one. A lot of people feel like this is the diet. I'm losing weight. And then, like you said, you get to that 2 week mark and you're like, wait, I'm not losing weight fast like I was. That's because when you do keto, um, and you get into ketosis, keto works like as a diuretic, and meaning that you pee out so many of the minerals that you take in. So you're constantly like flushing. So all your water is like, you're losing water weight. So for the first 2 weeks, that's basically what you are losing. Your body takes a while to go into ketosis, especially if you have like a lot of um, sugar and carbs built up in your bloodstream, and you have to like what are they called? You have to lower your glucose levels, and get them basically to nothing. I'm sure if you're on keto, you know some of this by now, but um, it does take a while for your body to fully get into ketosis. And then what a lot of people also don't realize is once you get to that point and you are on a weight loss journey and you have that weight loss goal in mind, it's not enough just to be eating fats and all of these delicious looking keto meals. You still have to have a regimen um, in place. I never ever counted calories in my life. I tell a lot of you guys that. Maybe that could be a downfall at this point because I don't know exactly what I ate when to reach a certain fitness goal. But I always wanted this to be a lifestyle change, not a diet. And I feel like if I'm calorie counting, I am on a diet. I feel like I'm thinking about looking at every single thing I eat. Like it was too much for me. But I understand different things work for different people. Um, so I did keto for like a month and a half or 2 months. And this was after losing all of the 200 pounds that I did. So I never even knew what keto was until it got a lot more popular whenever it started to in the past like 3 or 4 years back. But when I did keto, I experienced the same thing. Okay. And once I lost that first like maybe 20 pounds, I was like, okay, I like this. Keto is the thing for me. I was looking like entire body composition wise, I looked different. I was losing weight in places that I never lost weight before. So, that was very exciting. And then I got to the point where you are, and I was still trying to eat the same amount of food. So think of it this way. Once you eat food, right? Your fatty meals, your body uses that fat first from your meal before it starts burning your fat. So if you're eating a meal that still has enough calories for you for the entire day, you have to burn through all that food before you can burn any of your body fat. Same way that it works with sugar. When you are normally um, carb cycling or carb burning, and your body runs off of carbs, you have to burn all the sugar down before you can start burning fat in your body. So that's just something to think about. But as far as like getting into a routine, the first type of things that I did were cardio. A lot of people like to come at me for that because they say that you can weight train to lose to burn fat faster, and that could be true. But I think I lost my weight so fast because I did a lot of cardio. I do feel like you could possibly have more loose skin from doing more cardio before starting to strength train and weight train. And, maybe if I look back on it, I would have started doing it sooner. But with the amount of weight that I lost, period, I still feel like I would have had loose skin. We all have different skin. Some of us have more collagen, more elastin in them than others. So it all depends on who you are and how tight your skin already is and your life habits. Do you smoke? You drink? Like so much goes into it. But let me know if I'm like not hitting the nail on the head enough. I know I start going. Um, I eat something every day. Okay. Woo. can't drink tea without sugar. I'm weak. Um, I know that there are alternatives to sugar that are not as bad as, like, saying Splenda or the sucralose that is like in that will spike your blood sugar. A lot of people got to be careful with that, especially on keto. A lot of these keto desserts that they try to promote, the Pinterest ideas of keto desserts, they use a lot of artificial sweeteners, and although they will not have a bunch of carbs in them or a bunch of net carbs, you really have to be careful with them. Because when I was on keto, I had a I go back to this story all the time, but I had a keto cookie. I forget the brand, but I was doing like a review for them, and this was in their early days, and they were using a bunch of artificial sweeteners in their cookies, and I was doing great. I was like deep into ketosis, and I fasted my way into keto. So it was almost like the third day that I was on keto, I was like well into ketosis. So um I think I water fasted like 5 days into it. But if you have to look at the carb count. I know that I use Swerve a lot back when I was trying to make keto desserts and stuff, and I would be like, I don't think I'm in keto anymore. Um or I don't think I'm in ketosis anymore. I feel like I'm craving carbs. And then after I had that cookie is when I went into like a 2, 3, 4, maybe a whole month of a carb binge that was hell. Y'all, I had never experienced anything like that in my life. I know some of y'all back in the day, maybe now, y'all smoke and you get the munchies, and it's like you don't know what you're eating. You don't care. You just go through it. When I tell you, I was opening cans of refried beans and just eating them out of the can anywhere I could get carbs. It was crazy. It was scary. I was like a carb zombie. So the reason I say all this is because a lot of people see others do keto, and they automatically think because they see their results that it's going to work for them. And if you do it correctly, it can work. I think it's a great diet for those who have sugar issues or metabolic issues. But as a long-term life thing, if you're going into it thinking I'm going to do it now because I want to get 50 pounds off and then go back to eating normal, you're going to gain all that weight back. You might gain back more. Um, but it's not healthy for your body to go from normal sugar burning, carbohydrate burning, like most people, to flip the switch. Now you're in fat burning mode, and you're trying to make your body's main source of fuel fat, and then flip flopping again back and forth. Eventually your hormone levels are gonna be all wacky. Your metabolism is going to get wrecked, and eventually it'll probably be a lot harder for you to lose weight no matter how you're eating. So I wish I would have knew that before I tried it, but I feel like I guess I had to go through it to understand that. So you um if you have more surgery, will you use the same surgeon? um I honestly, I don't know if we want to get on this whole topic right now, but why not? I'm just doing orders. Um, I don't think that I would. No, I would not go to the same surgeon. One reason being that my surgeon, and he was great. I have no complaints really, except, okay, I guess I got one. I think he could have did lipo on me, and he told me that he couldn't because he felt like he would have just bruised me, because there wasn't enough fat for him to suck. I guess it was just skin. So he said under my skin was a lot of bone. So um, in theory, I guess it would have been nice to be a little bit more snatched and not just like, I see the image of like one of these where you just pull down the blind, and so they just like pulled my skin down. It wasn't like there was no contouring on the sides, right? So he did a good job. He tightened everything up, but I was just thinking that I was going to come out kind of more curvy. But that's the only thing that I think about. I do still have a lot of loose skin in my back. I have loose skin in my thighs. And I've talked to a few friends, and they're like, you could just go here. I heard it's cheap in DR, whatever. I'm not worried about the money. Honestly, at this point, if I wanted to get surgery, I would book the surgery. But it's like, when will enough be enough? Right? Because in the beginning, when I got my skin removal, I was just like, I want to feel comfortable. I I just want my stomach gone. I'm tired. Like, I know this is like a visual for a lot of people, but I'm tired of my stomach hitting my almost my knees when I'm running. And to experience that being gone is amazing to this day. But I do still have like areas that I'm like, maybe I should, and then I talk myself back to earth, and I'm like, do you really want that, or do you want to look like everybody else? You know. So I'd be stuck in between yes and a no with that, but I wouldn't go to the same surgeon because he does a good job at tummy tucks, like a great job, but when it comes to other types of surgery, I don't know. I've never really seen them. Um, just the idea of going back under the knife, and knowing that I did once and I came out healthy and healing was a blessing. I don't feel like, I don't want to look at it in a pessimistic light. I know people get thousands of surgeries all the time, and they're fine. But just knowing that, having that one skin removal surgery, I haven't been able to fast after that. Like, I will get very lightheaded, I will faint. Um, Maybe it's just a matter of working my way back into it, but I don't feel like I'm as strong as I used to be. And I work out um, to this same fitness level, but just like what my body can endure is it's not the same anymore. I didn't really share this, I don't think, but after I had my surgery, I want to say on the day after, and they should have been more attentive to me in this area. I feel like, because I almost died, but it probably wasn't that serious. I would have just passed out. But I went in for my well check. You do one the day after, I think the day after that, and then the week, at the end of the week. So my first checkup back in the office, they brought me in, and I was sitting on the thing, and the nurse left the room, and she was going to have me like stand up to take my pictures, partially because the page that of the surgery center that I went to, they had an Instagram, and they always took pictures of people's before and after. So they were like, we want to get your pictures. And I think they do it anyway, just for their records. So she told me to stand up and to get my clothes off. And I felt okay, or I thought I did. So I was like trying to get my drains untangled from my clothes. And I had never felt that lightheaded in my life. Like in the movies where you see people like, and then they faint, that was almost me. And I was on the phone with my best friend, and she was like, I could barely hear her because my ears were ringing. Like, I felt myself about to drop. I started sweating, and I had to scream help. I've never done some shit like that in my life. And that was just an experience. But anytime that I've tried to fast after that, and I used to do it for like 3 to 5 days, water fasting at the end of the month to kind of have like a clear mind. Um, I could see that. I could definitely see that. That would make sense. And it was early in the morning, and I was draining from my drains, so that makes sense. Um, that was a scary feeling, though. They had to give me a juice box. Whew. I think they had to give me two. I was like, oh, so this must be how, like, back in the day when I would do like CNA work, and the old people would almost faint, and they had to have their juice. I understand. I understand. 11:33. Um, naturally, Florida. I'm trying to see. Usually, Florida. Whoa. Surgeon snatched the waistline. You still look great. Thank you. Yeah, I am too. I just really hope that I don't know. I wasn't planning on talking about this. I've thought about and even sat down to make a video a few times, and it just never came out like I wanted. Partly because I'm a perfectionist. If I wasn't, you guys would probably have seen a lot more videos that I should have posted in the past and just deleted. But it's hard. Mentally, it's very hard when you have never liked your body a day in your life, and then you lose the weight. I'm trying to say this without getting emotional because I've never said it out loud. But it's really hard when you, like I said, you never liked your body a day in your life. You lose a whole bunch of weight because you want to feel better. You want to look better. You want your health not to be at risk every day of your life. So I lose the weight. I'm so happy about my health. I have loose skin everywhere. I overwork myself in the gym thinking that if I work out hard enough, lift heavy enough weights, I can tone my body. No, you have to get your skin removed. So I get my skin removed in my stomach, and I get a breast lift. I don't have implants. And you still have that feeling like, well, you still have loose skin over here and back there, and you can't wear that outfit, and you can't walk too fast because this part of your body is going to shake. It's really, this is a minor thing in like a huge ocean of problems that are a lot bigger for people. But when it's you, and you are the person who obviously has to live with yourself, it gets hard. Some days it really gets hard. Like, you look at yourself in the mirror when you're at the gym and you're like, oh my God, no matter how hard I work, no matter what I eat, I'm not ever going to have a body like someone who has never been this overweight, or to the extent that you have without a whole bunch of surgery. And I always said I didn't want to be a Barbie doll. I didn't want to be recreated by man, if that makes sense. I always wanted to stay true to who I was, true to my heart, and what I believe in. And I still to this day feel like people that get so many surgeries to fix themselves are never really truly happy with themselves. And I didn't want to start going down that like very compulsive road, I guess. I feel like if I got one surgery and I wasn't happy with it, I would get another one, find another area I don't like, get another one. And, a lot of people go through that until they die. We're at a point where plastic surgery is so popular now that we don't know if it's harming us down the road. We don't know how much of our lives are being like shortened by having so many surgeries. I don't know. I could be thinking too deep into it. I could be thinking way too deep. These are like normal thoughts that I have though. Like, sometimes I'll be in the gym, I'll be doing my thing, I'll be getting compliments that I'm working out like good. Like, the stuff that I be doing, like some people just can't do, I guess, or I just be killing my workouts sometimes. And I feel that fire, and then I look at myself and I'm like, but damn, you still look the same. And it's not a weight thing anymore. My weight fluctuates here and there. I could stand to lose a few pounds probably, But it's just that self-acceptance that is hard. This is probably something that I've talked about for a good chunk of this journey. And it can be the hardest part. To me, accepting where I'm at every step of the transition is harder than anything that I do physically or have done. Even in the first beginning days, like, whew, I don't know. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Wow. I could definitely see that. Aw, that's what's up, Mary. AC the mogul, what's popping? Go where the energy takes you. You need this. Okay, so I could definitely see that. I'm trying to think of what has been different since my surgery. Uh, like I said, fitness wise, I'm back to doing pretty much everything that I was doing before. Um, I do get tired more easily. I didn't get enough sleep last night, y'all. But that just sent me down my spiral of thinking too deep. So we can change the topic now. But wait, did somebody ask another question? Thank you. I still do. That's one thing that I was very adamant about after I had my surgery. I'm like, I was told I need to wait like 3 months before getting back in there. I said, wait a minute, let's do 3 weeks. 3 weeks, and it probably would have been less if I didn't have a issue with one of the drains staying in. But I got back to working out ASAP. Did I experience hair loss? I think people experience hair loss from weight loss surgery, not skin removal surgery. I could be wrong, but no, I've never experienced hair loss in my life. A lot of hair gain, a lot of hair gain, but no, never. A lot of people like still think that I got weight loss surgery. Um, because you. Oh, I remember. Yeah, so many people were. I didn't even want to tell people yet that I was, but it was just like a feeling like I didn't push too hard. I was just doing cardio for the most part. Some like brisk walking here and there. I didn't start running right away, but something that would keep my heart rate up and what I felt like would help me to heal faster. Because, my getting any type of surgery where you're put under anesthesia, I feel like your heart rate is like messed with so much that I was getting a lot of like I couldn't catch my breath, and I was like, nah, I need to go get some more oxygen. But you're welcome. It's good to know. It really is, really, really is. I don't know what has like washed over me in the past year, but it's almost like sometimes I can't stand to hear myself talk. Like I don't know. I've tried to get back into YouTube so many times. I sit down and I make videos. I'm like, nobody's going to want to hear this. It's just like, I don't know where that self-doubt came from, where the lack of confidence came from. Like, I don't know, because I know you guys know me to be a confident person for the most part, but I've just felt like I almost have like a theoretically feel like I have no, I don't want to use that word. I feel like I have like a parent waiting to hit me with, and I never experienced this, but waiting for Big Mama to hit me with the shoe. with the flip flop, and if I do something wrong, or having a fear that I'm gonna mess up or nobody's going to relate to what I'm saying anymore. I'm gonna do it for no reason. It's just like I don't know, but I hope this. I don't. Maybe I just need to do it. Um, oh, thanks, Mary. It's a lot. It's a lot to take care of. That was the question I missed. What do I do now to maintain my weight? I currently weigh like probably 205, which is like right around where I was when I got my surgery. So my weight has went up and down. I still have like a goal weight of like 180. It doesn't have to be that number, but around that, I just want to see myself like some sizes smaller, because I feel like my endurance will be better. I feel like I still get a little bit more tired than I should or I could. Um, and it's weird though. Like I got all the way up to 220, and I I didn't really look that much different than I did at 200, but I was like, where did all the weight go? Like now that, oh, that's one thing. That's one thing. And I do want to make an entire video about this, because someone going into this type of surgery should know this. When you get surgery, plastic surgery, especially a tummy tuck, or any type of surgery where something is cut off and tightened, plastic surgery, you're going to gain weight in different places. I cannot gain weight in my stomach anymore because it's too tight. So the weight goes elsewhere. So the weight goes into my face. The weight goes into my arms and my back, but my back the most. And that is so unappealing to me. Like, I don't like that at all. I really don't. Like, the way that I gain weight is very uncomfortable now. Like I said, I didn't really look that much different, but it's just like I can feel where I gain weight. And I wish it would just go where it should. But it doesn't. But as far as maintaining my weight, I still eat a pretty clean diet for the most part. I told y'all I was packing orders. Have y'all seen me pack one thing? This is why I can't do it. I can't multitask, because the second that I get off live and I've done like 5 packages and I realize I did them all wrong, I'm going to be so mad at myself. So if y'all see me triple checking, just bear with me. But like my current diet, which I use that word lightly, I think it's triggering to some people, but we all have a diet, even if we're not on a diet. So my current eating habits, or what I eat, is I eat some seafood. I eat salmon. I eat shrimp. I eat fish for the most part. I don't like tilapia or really fishy tasting fishes, but I like barramundi. Chilean sea bass is like my favorite, but I'm trying to get away from that too. Like I keep saying, and I honestly feel in my heart, I will be a raw vegan one day. I really feel that way. Sorry, you guys, my eyesight. You look great now. Would you do sponsors for weight loss companies if asked? Oh, dang. I'm terrible, y'all. I'm sorry I'm missing all these questions. Body in motion stays in motion. Facts. I'm just going a little bit backward. How tall are you? I'm 5'8". Would you do sponsors? No. I don't think I would, because so many of the weight loss sponsors that want to work with me want me to tell the world that I lost my weight by using their products. I don't care how much you're paying me. To this day, one thing about Capricorns and one thing about me is we are very strong in our ethics. And if we don't believe in something, we're not going to do it. I promise you we're not going to do it. And we're going to fight with you if need be to let you know we're not going to. And when it comes to stuff like that, I've always told people on my channel, on any of my socials, if I don't believe in what you're doing, I don't care about the price point. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to push something I don't believe in. So, no. Now, you know, if it's something like, I have got a couple offers to do things like, one was like one of those virtual workout mirrors. I would do something like that because I can show you that I'm using it if I like it. I have received various weight loss products that I tell when I speak to my proposed sponsors. I tell them that you have to let me try your product first. I'm not making any promises to, you know, you give me the product and I post something happy, good, and positive for you and your brand if I don't like it. So there's been so many times where I've received things and I'm like, I don't like this. I don't agree with the ingredients in this. I won't. And so obviously you guys never see it, but yeah, that's happened a few times. What is the best exercise for belly fat? This is my only concern. Honestly, when it comes to belly fat, I think it's a very tricky thing. Cardio works best for a lot of people, or overall HIIT, high intensity interval training, like doing circuits, where you keep your heart rate up for the most part. I agree with that, but any time that you have belly fat, take this in, all of you guys. Anyone who's listening, take this in if you don't already know. When you have belly fat, it's often an issue with insulin. You don't have to be completely insulin resistant, like to the point of diabetes, but we all have some type of insulin resistance in us. We have to have it to live. So if you feel like you have a lot of belly fat or you're gaining a lot of belly fat, check your sugar levels. I'm not saying prick your finger every day, but look at what you're eating. Are you eating like a whole bunch of carbs? Are you eating a lot of sugar, straight up? These things have a lot to do with retaining belly fat and eating fat. A lot of times people think, well, you know, I'm not eating a bunch of sugar or carbs, I'm just eating fat, which that can be fine if you're working the fat off or if you're putting that fat energy to use. But if not, fat will stay in your body as fat. I didn't realize that for a long time, but my body does pretty well. I'm a mesomorph from what I can understand. My body does pretty well with carb cycling. So I will eat like I normally eat like 2 meals a day. So my first meal will be like towards the afternoon, like 1, 2 p.m. And that will be like the biggest meal that I eat. And it's still probably not that big. But I'll get pretty full, work that out through the rest of the day, and then eat another meal around like between 7 and 8, and nothing else after that. But that first meal that I eat, I will eat pretty high fat. I'll try to make it not completely keto, because if you're eating keto meals but you are not in ketosis, that's putting a lot of fat into your body that is going to take longer to burn off. I drink a lot of grapefruit juice. If you drink a glass of grapefruit juice with like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and I forget, I put cinnamon in it also. I don't remember why. Honey, if you can't stand grapefruit alone. I like grapefruit juice, so I can eat it. I mean, I can drink it like all day. You probably shouldn't for your esophagus and like the lining of your stomach, but I like acidic things. They make you poop. I enjoy pooping. When you poop, you lose weight. But yeah. So I just wanted to get that across. Cortisol. Yes. I'm so glad you tapped in. Cortisol is a tricky little hormone. which is like, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to say it wrong. Um, but cortisol is like our stress hormone. So when we are in very stressful situations, like, good example, at the top of a roller coaster, and our bodies, our adrenaline is going crazy, we know we're about to hit the drop, our cortisol level is probably like shoo. And these help us to sustain, yeah, fight or flight. So it's crazy that we're talking about this. I watched a video by Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's got to be like my favorite doctor in the world. Him and what's the other keto doctor? He's not a keto doctor, but he talks a lot about keto and low carb stuff, here on YouTube. He's got a bunch of followers. So I think a lot of people know him. But fight or flight mode. Think about this, and this is not only having to do with weight loss, but I can use a weight loss example. We deal with different types of stress in our everyday lives than our ancestors did, than the our cousins that chilled with the dinosaurs did, right? We're not getting chased by jaguars no more. We are getting going through divorces. We are losing jobs. We are broke and needing to pay rent the next day, type of stuff. So when that happens, we we get used to feeling these type of anxious feelings, right? And our body releases cortisol, and we almost live in fight or flight mode. We're not meant to stay in that. Y'all still with me? Hella ugly. um I was enjoying talking about this. Oh, okay. So a couple of you guys came back. I'm sorry, I got a phone call, and then ignored it and got another one. So I wasn't still talking or anything, but our bodies are not meant to be in fight or flight mode for long periods of time. So I'm trying to think again of the example that was used, because it was just perfectly painted to me. I understand it so much better than I ever did. Um, so imagine, right? Like I said, we don't get chased by jaguars, but imagine you're getting chased by a jaguar, and then you find a cage that you can fit in, but the jaguar can't. But you know that he's out there waiting for you to come out. You can't stay in the cave your whole life. You need food. So you got to figure out a time you can run. Your body is going to stay in that fight or flight mode for as long as it can. And while in this mode, certain different parts of our bodies will shut down. So the desire to eat will be satiated. Like, we won't be hungry because it's not time to eat. We'll be awake because it's not time to sleep. So imagine that you put your body through. Dr. Eric Berg, that's him. That's him. Are you guys still here? I'm sorry, my phone keeps going out. Let me put it on the moon. Who's this? Are we good? Are we good? Okay. Woo! Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. We're good. We're good. I keep losing my train of thought. But again, our bodies are not meant to stay in fight or flight mode. So this is a huge reason why so many people develop autoimmune diseases later in life, develop cancer, develop all of these illnesses caused by living in constant anxiety, being in a toxic relationship, and staying in that toxic relationship and knowing you have to brace yourself to deal with the BS every day. Staying in a job that you hate, but continuing to stay there because of the money. Oh my God. Can anybody see me? Can anybody see me? Is it just me? I mean, is it me or no? Oh, but you can hear me? Oh, let's try this. What about that? No? You can hear me, just can't see me? That's weird. Um, has this ever happened on anybody else's live? um, all right, you guys, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna close out YouTube on my phone and bring it back up, and I think I should pop back up. Okay, it's gonna say that I went away or whatever it tells you when my phone rings, but it should take me like 15 seconds and I'll be back. No? Mm. What about now? Oh! Oh, you see me. Okay. Are we good now? Can we be uninterrupted? Yay. Okay. So where did I leave off? Okay, autoimmune diseases. When we choose to stay in anxiety, we live life through fear. We wake up, we are literally like robots. So many of us stay in situations that do not benefit us, that we do not like, but we are comfortable in. And doing so, and this is preaching to the choir, we all been there. We all are there in some aspects of our lives. So you wake up, you get out of your bed, you go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth at the same time, you eat the same bagel, you hit the same traffic, you go to the job you don't like. But, at lunchtime, you get that not even full hour. By the time you sit down with your food, you have like 15 minutes. You have that 15 minutes of freedom, right? And during that time, you hop on social media, you start scrolling on whatever on your phone, and you push the same emotional buttons. Like I'm almost verbatim like some of the things that I've heard in that video, but it just sticks with me so well. That I think, oh, I knew I wasn't tripping. Hold on, you guys. I have a package.
Now you want to leave it outside, you got other packages on too.
Oh, thank you.
How you spell your name, Stutz?
Salt. STULTZ.
Alright. Alright. You have a nice day?
Thank you, you too. I'm back. Okay. That was one way to do it. So, this is my life, you guys. I was tripping. I was like, I know I see somebody. I thought I saw a red shirt. But I was just on a roll. Pushing the same emotional buttons. I'm getting good at getting back where I left off. But basically, we program our bodies and our minds to do the same thing every single day. Oh my God. Can't see me? All right, you guys. I'm going to get back on later this evening, okay? Let's shoot for like 9 p.m. I don't know if that's too late for people. Weak. Was he cute? Nah, but he thought I was. No, I wouldn't say he wasn't cute. He was just like probably 40 something. I'm not yet, so. Oh, I got Bath and Body Wax. I just got some wallflowers on sale, you guys. That 3 for $25. No, that what is it? $3.25. My leg is stuck. Hold on. Alright. What is this? More bundles, sage bundles. Okay. Woo. Alright, can you guys, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me? I mean, can you see me? I know somebody said you couldn't see me, or they couldn't see. What is this person's name? Gabriella Johnson. I went to school with her. No, I didn't. I will say, you guys, real quick break from the intensity of what I was talking about. It's amazing to get so many orders from around the world from places that you've never even heard of. I don't know why you guys can't see me. All right, let's try this one more time. See if you guys can see me in like 15 seconds. We good? We good, we good, we good. Cross his fingers. Are we good? I'm convinced that every time that an app that uses a camera is like triggered, that my camera goes off. Or when my phone alert flashes. Can you guys hear me? Guess not. It says that people are still here. Can you guys not see me or hear me? All right. I'm going to hop off then. Bye, you guys.